Years ago, an AFC West rivalry, but tonight an interconference matchup featuring two of the NFL's top records as the 9-4 Chiefs host the 9-3-1 Seahawks. Second play of the game, Mahomes hits Tyreek Hill on the slant, picking up 17 and a first down. Then next play, it's Spencer Ware filling in for Kareem Hunt, who takes the carry and gets bottled up, but then out of nowhere finds a crease and is off to the races, taking it 52 yards to the house. Chiefs jump out to the early 7-0 lead. Seahawks first possession, and they look to get things going on the ground, giving to Duke Johnson, who gets 9 yards and a first down. 2 plays later, it's Duke Johnson again taking the handoff and making his way up the middle to pick up 13 yards and a first down into Chiefs territory. Seahawks ground game continues to roll as it's Johnson one more time, this time off the right side to pick up 9 yards near the first down. Then next play, you use the run to set up the pass, and on 2nd and 1, Wilson play fakes and finds Paul Richardson, who goes down just shy of the 10-yard line for the 21-yard pickup. 2 plays later, Wilson looking to throw again, but looks to escape the pocket and scrambles, and with a wall of Chiefs in front of him, does what only Russell Wilson can do, spinning his way into the end zone for the touchdown, but not so fast. The call would be overturned, marking Wilson down just shy of the goal line, but it's just a matter of inconvenience, as on 1st and goal, Duke Johnson easily puts it in for the touchdown and the 7-7 tie. Later in the first Chiefs possession, Mahomes play fakes and hits tight end Travis Kelce over the middle for a pickup of 18 and a first down. 2 plays later, and it's the Chiefs' other back, DeAndre Haynes, taking it off the left side, picking up 10 and another first down. Next play, Mahomes looking to throw, but immediate pressure forces him out of the pocket to the right, and he's going to outrun the blitzing KJ Wright, picking up 19 yards before slipping out of bounds. 3 plays later, it's Mahomes finding Travis Kelce for 14 yards and a first down inside the 10, but then on 3rd and goal, Mahomes with a horrible read tries to force it into Albert Wilson, but throws it right to Bobby Wagner for the pick. Seahawks take over. Then on the last play of the first, it's more Seahawks ground game as Duke Johnson takes it up the middle and jukes his way to the 17-yard gain. First play of the second quarter, and again Duke Johnson picking up 14 yards before anybody on the Chiefs defense even touches him for another first down. Next play, the Chiefs again with no answers as Johnson with a huge hold, this time picking up 16 and yet another Seahawks first down. Then on 3rd and 11, Seahawks forced to throw. Wilson with the play fake before he shows why he was last year's MVP, spinning away from Tamario Wofford and then fighting his way just past the first down marker. Seahawks would kick a field goal and take a 10-7 lead. Chiefs next drive, and everything from the running game working for both sides as Spencer Ware takes it off the left side for 14 yards and a first down. Then 2 plays later, it's 14 more yards as DeAndre Haynes takes the give, cutting it up the middle for another Chiefs first down across midfield. Then on 3rd and 2, more big lanes to run through for Spencer Ware, who picks up 11 and a first down as the Chiefs enter the red zone. 3 plays later, 3rd down again, Mahomes stands tall in the pocket and finds Tyreek Hill over the middle for 17 yards down inside the 5. Then on 2nd and goal, Mahomes looking to throw, can't find anything, moves to his left, probably could have run it in, but instead decides to throw his 23rd touchdown of the year. Travis Kelce with his 6th touchdown catch of the year, as well as the Chiefs take the 14-10 lead. 3 minutes later, Chiefs back with the ball, and on 3rd and 5, Mahomes stands in and hits Tyreek Hill for 19 yards and a first down. 2 plays later, just over a minute left in the half, and the give goes to DeAndre Haynes, who picks up 11 as the Chiefs look for points before half. But then on first down, Bobby Wagner comes right up the middle to sack Mahomes for the 7-yard loss. Out of a timeout, Mahomes looking to throw again, but this time it's going to be Malik McDowell dropping him for another sack and a loss of 6. Then on 3rd and 23, it's going to be the hat trick as Mahomes goes down again. Chiefs still going to half, however, with the 14-10 lead. 3rd quarter now, Russell Wilson looking to throw, but opts to use his legs, taking it up the middle and fighting his way forward for 11 yards and a first down. 2 plays later, Wilson looking to throw again. Immediate pressure picked up nicely by Duke Johnson. Wilson escapes the pocket, gets around Reggie Ragland, and has a ton of room to run, picking up 27 more yards on the ground. But 3 plays later, Wilson looking to throw again. No real pressure, but Wilson flustered in the pocket, moving backwards before he finally throws it away. Hawks make the field goal, making the score 14-13. Ensuing drive, Mahomes looking for Tyreek Hill on the slant, but he gets taken well off his route. Mahomes forces another pass, throwing it right straight to KJ Wright, giving Seattle great field position. First play after the pick, Wilson looking to throw, and he's going to stand in and find Doug Baldwin for a pickup of 15 to the Chiefs 21. 3 plays later, 3rd and 7, Wilson again looking to throw, has great protection, and this time finds Tyler Lockett for 13 yards, setting up 1st and goal. But on 3rd down, the Chiefs defense holds again as Wilson once more with great protection moves up in the pocket before throwing incomplete to Duke Johnson. Drive results in another field goal and a 16-14 Seahawks lead. Ensuing drive, and after the pick, Mahomes and the Chiefs still go back to the air as he hits Albert Wilson, who weaves his way through the Seahawks defense on his way to 19 yards to end the 3rd quarter. 2 plays into the 4th, and it's Mahomes faking the end around, rolling to his right and finding Tyreek Hill coming back across the middle for 19 yards to the Seahawks 31. But the turnover bug strikes again as Mahomes play fakes, starts to feel the pressure in his face, doesn't get much on the throw, and Richard Sherman underneath the receiver is going to pick it off as the Chiefs squander another opportunity at points. Chiefs would force a punt, however, and after a holding penalty puts the Chiefs at 2nd and 21, Mahomes fires and hits DeMarcus Robinson for 21 yards and a 1st down. Next play, the give goes to DeAndre Haynes, who gets about 7 before fighting his way to a 12-yard gain and another 1st down. 3 plays later, Chiefs faced with 3rd down, and Mahomes is going to hit Tyreek Hill on the perfectly timed hook route, picking up 12 and a 1st down. But just as the Chiefs look to be gaining some momentum, Mahomes with a play fake and drops way back, tries to throw it away but can't get rid of it in time, being dropped for the 14-yard loss. Next play, Mahomes looking to get the Chiefs back into field goal range, but interior pressure and Malik McDowell again with the sack. Chiefs forced to punt it away. Chiefs push the Seahawks backwards on 1st and 2nd down, and on 3rd and 13, Wilson looking to throw, starts to scramble but throws late to Jimmy Graham, who can't get away from Steven Nelson, who holds him shy of the 1st down marker, forcing a Seahawks punt with 5:31 to go. John Ryan on to punt, and he's going to boot this one 65 yards to the Chiefs 17, but he outkicks his coverage, and Damiere Byrd is going to bring it back 39 yards, fighting his way to the Seahawks 44, but you see it at the end of the play, a flag comes out, illegal block in the back, but the Chiefs still start near midfield at their own 46, where on the first play, Mahomes looks to throw and finds Travis Kelce wide open for the 12-yard catch to the Seahawks 42. Then 3 plays later, Chiefs at the edge of field goal range can't afford another sack, and Mahomes gets away from the pressure, picking up the 1st down, and then barrels his way down to the Seahawks 27. Out of the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 10, and Spencer Ware gets around Sheldon Richardson to pick up 6 yards as the Seahawks are going to let the clock run. And then on 3rd down, the Chiefs don't get conservative and go for the 1st down through the air, where Mahomes hits Albert Wilson, who breaks a tackle and fights his way to the Seahawks 11, and Seattle forced to start using their timeouts. And after 3 runs takes the clock down to 20 seconds, it's Harrison Butker from 27 yards out to put the Chiefs in front. Seahawks with one last chance, but Russell Wilson, who used his legs all day this time, uses them to run right into the arms of Justin Houston, and in a game that lived up to expectations, the Chiefs are able to get the huge home win by the score of 17-16. Both teams struggle through the air as the Seahawks finish with a total of 68 yards passing on just 16 attempts. Pat Mahomes for the Chiefs throws for 211 yards but throws 3 interceptions, 417 yards rushing between the two teams as Duke Johnson goes for 137 yards while Spencer Ware comes up a yard shy of a 100-yard night. Seahawks stay on the road next week as they travel to Chicago to take on the Bears, while the Chiefs continue their 3-game home stretch with another NFC West opponent as the 49ers come to Arrowhead. Alright guys, so that's a really big win there. Had we lost that, it would have dropped us back into the mix with a lot of those teams in the hunt, but getting that win puts us in a really good spot for the playoffs. That was a really odd game too, where the Hawks ran the ball a ton and then hardly threw it at all, and then when they did, Wilson was running a lot of the time, which wasn't fun to deal with, but that's what I expected and that's the way it should be, and that was another really fun game to play. I thought the way that it started out, it was going to be another shootout, but it really slowed down and turned into more of a defensive game. But moving on to scouting, we do have a couple of new draft stories this week. As you can see there, the top one mentions BJ Walford, a middle linebacker from Oregon who actually won the Heisman, so I'm pretty sure that's going to tell us that he has superstar dev. And then below that, you can see that Oklahoma has been running like a man on fire this season for, you guessed it, Oklahoma. So that guy, as you can see at the bottom, is actually going to be running back Eric Kiwanuka, and we added him to the draft board, and then BJ Walford Alford, who was the Heisman winner, has actually been on our draft board since week 10, and he's already been scouted, so we don't need to add him. But we didn't scout Kiwanuka just because I have Kareem Hunt, Spencer Ware, and DeAndre Haynes, so there's no way I'm taking a running back in the first round. Derek Broussard, a 4th round projection with 3rd round true talent, was added to the board, and then a pair of undrafted middle linebackers were also added in Max Halterman, a cover 2 linebacker out of NC State, and Tank Lloyd, a middle linebacker from Eastern Michigan. And then we have a big decision this week with Kareem Hunt, but we had a really nice 1-2 punch against the Seahawks with Spencer Ware and DeAndre Haynes, so we're just going to let him sit one more week and make sure he's 100% as we get closer to the playoffs. But now that that's taken care of, it's time to go around the CFM where we take a look at scores from week 14, where we saw the highest scoring week in NFL history, which kicked off with the Jaguars winning 53-27 over the Jets. Moving to Sunday, the Steelers eke out a win over the Ravens 24-23. In a battle of first-round rookie quarterbacks, Max Enderle and the Saints drop a 50-burger on Lane Laribus and the Browns. Cowboys win 38-35 over the Titans. Panthers win 41-17. Lions take down Minnesota on the road. Dolphins over the Colts. Redskins beat the Bucks. Eagles drop the Giants. And then in a pair of wild, high-scoring battles, the Rams beat the Broncos 45-31, and the Packers upset the Falcons 49-46. Cardinals get another win, taking down the Bears. Patriots fall short against the Chargers. For the second time in 3 weeks, the 49ers lose to a team with only one win, getting blown out by the Raiders. And then on Monday night, the Bills go on the road and get a big win for their division title hopes, beating the Texans. So looking at the playoff picture, in the AFC, the Chargers have clinched the AFC West, and their win over the Steelers earlier this season means they've also clinched home field throughout. The race for the 2 seed is heating up between the Steelers, Bills, and Jaguars, while us, the Chiefs, hold the top wildcard spot by 2 games over the Patriots and Colts, who are in the mix with several other teams. To the NFC, the Falcons' playoff spot remains clinched, but their spot at the top is anything but, with the Saints closing in. Seahawks still look poised for a first-round bye, but if they're losing ways continue, it could open the door for the Rams to take that spot. The NFC East is completely up for grabs, as the Redskins are currently at the top but are also tied with both the Eagles and Cowboys, and a similar scenario exists in the NFC North, where the Vikings are tied with the Bears at 6-6-1, with both the Packers and Lions looming behind at 6-7. This week's AFC Offensive Player of the Week is Raiders quarterback Derek Carr, who completed 21 of his 25 attempts for 285 yards and 3 touchdowns to lead the Raiders to their first win since week 1 in dominating fashion as they beat their Bay Area rivals 42-14. The Defensive Player of the Week for the AFC also came from a blowout game, as AJ Bouye notched as many interceptions as he did tackles, picking off Jets quarterback Alex Smith 3 times in the Jaguars' lopsided 53-28 Thursday night victory over the Jets. To the NFC side, the rookie first-round pick out of Pittsburgh, taken 27th overall, no, not Dan Marino. The award goes to Saints quarterback Max Enderle, who completed 28 of his 36 passes, throwing for 302 yards and 5 touchdowns to take home his second Player of the Week award of the year, after also winning the award in week 8. Defensively, it was the 11th year safety Tyvon Branch winning the award for the NFC, as he amassed 5 tackles, all of which were solo, and then picked off Bears quarterback Mitchell Trubisky twice, helping the Cardinals win their second game in 3 weeks as they take down Chicago 38-24. To the league leaders, Aaron Rodgers becomes the first passer to top the 4,000-yard mark this season. Tom Brady moves into second, 61 yards shy of that same 4,000-yard mark, 1 spot ahead of our own Pat Mahomes. Carson Wentz and Phillip Rivers round out the top 5. As for passing touchdowns, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady lead the way there as well, with Rodgers having 38 and Brady 37. NFC quarterbacks Matt Ryan and Player of the Week Max Enderle are tied with 33, and Blake Bortles sits at 5th with 27. The entire top 5 of rushing yards leaders features backs over 1,100 yards on the year, with Le'Veon Bell leading the way with 1,279 yards rushing. Ezekiel Elliott sits at 2nd, while Devontae Freeman and Alvin Kamara sit behind him. And then rounding out the top 5 is Bears running back Jordan Howard, who re-enters the top 5 for the first time since week 5. As for rushing touchdowns, Jets running back Alex Collins holds sole possession of the league lead with 14. NFC South backs Devontae Freeman and Alvin Kamara are second and third, tied with 13, with Mike Gillislee and Jeremy Hill behind them, tied with 11. To receiving yards, we see 4 receivers now over 1,000 yards on the year, with Devontae Adams at the top with 1,139 yards receiving. Brandon Cooks sits at second, with Demaryius Thomas and Julio Jones only separated by 11 yards behind him. And then sitting at fifth is Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, who is 7 yards shy of that 1,000 yard mark. Julian Edelman continues to roll as he adds a touchdown catch for the 7th consecutive week, giving him 10 over that span, as he now holds a 5 touchdown lead over second place receivers Josh Gordon and Devontae Adams. Packers now feature 2 receivers in the top 5 as Jordy Nelson pops in with 10 touchdown catches, while Quincy Enunwa remains 5th with 9. To the defensive leaders, Justin Houston added 2 more sacks, pulling him to within 2 of tying the NFL record and 1.5 away from tying his career high. TJ Watt moves into second with 17 sacks, while Myles Garrett moves above Carl Lawson into third with 16.5. And then the AFC continues to dominate the top 5, with Melvin Ingram still sitting at 5th. Only one change to the interception leaderboard as another linebacker enters the mix. Jason Verrett still leads the league with 8, while Cam Chancellor, Deion Jones, and the newcomer we mentioned in Luke Kuechly sit tied for second with 5. Jalen Ramsey sits at 5th, tied with a ton of defenders who each have 4 picks. As we look at next week's schedule, the Vikings host the Dolphins on Thursday night. Moving to Sunday, we kick off the action as we host the 6-7 49ers. A pair of division matchups as the Eagles take on the Redskins in a huge NFC East game, and then the Jets face off against the Patriots. Cowboys travel to Atlanta, Rams travel to Green Bay, Bengals host the Chargers, Texans at Giants, Cardinals at Lions, Pittsburgh goes to Denver looking to clinch the AFC North, Seahawks look to get back on track at Chicago, Jacksonville at Indy in a big AFC South game, Browns, Bucks, Ravens, Raiders in a game that will impact the first overall pick, and then the Bills in a primetime game for the 3rd consecutive week will host the Titans on Sunday night, while Monday night features an NFC South matchup between Cam Newton and the Panthers and rookie sensation Max Enderle and the Saints. That's going to do it for this week, though. We get Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers next week as we come down the home stretch. The 49ers will be without their starting running back Carlos Hyde and have struggled in recent weeks, where they sandwiched a big win over the Seahawks with a loss to the 1-9 Cardinals. And then, as you guys saw in this video, they were also destroyed by the previously 1-11 Raiders. So join me next video as we look to get another win against the NFC West and look to come one step closer to clinching a playoff spot. I hope you guys enjoyed the highlights and news from around my CFM, and as always, thanks for watching.